Okay, so we're going to make some stuffed peppers, and you'll need some peppers and some instant rice, chopped onions, some minced garlic, some diced tomatoes, and some tomato sauce. We're going to use pasta sauce, and some meat of your choice. We're going to use ground chuck. You can use turkey if you prefer. And then you'll need some oil. So you're going to need a cup of rice, and we're going to make it in the microwave since it's quicker. Okay, so I have my rice and my water combined. I'll put a cover on it, and then we'll put it in the microwave and get that going, and then we'll go over to the Ninja. First, put a little bit of oil in the Ninja. Okay, so next we're going to add in some onions, and it's just however much onion you really want. So we're going with that much. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, then you're going to turn it to stove top high, and then we're going to let that cook and simmer until the onions mostly clear. So now we're going to add our garlic, and you'll add about 2 cloves. And if you buy it already minced, then it will say on the jar the equivalent of a clove. So 2 cloves, mix it in. Okay, so you want to keep stirring it just so it doesn't burn, doesn't scorch. We turn the heat down to low. And do this for about 4 more minutes. Okay, so next we're going to add in our pound of meat. Okay, so we're going to let our meat cook in there and just stir it up. Just going to get it nice and brown. Just to try and make it a little healthier, I usually try to lift up on this side with a pot holder and just suck the grease of the meat grease out, and then just get it out of there. Just kind of make it a little healthier. See? So next we are adding a can of diced tomatoes, and we're using the Italian style diced. So we're just going to stir those tomatoes in. And I have it on stovetop low right now, just to warm everything up. So at this point you want to just turn the Ninja off, because you're going to want the pot to kind of cool down before you put the tomato sauce in. So just turn it off for now. Next you're going to prepare your pepper, and you're going to cut it in half. This way, that way, and you're going to remove the seeds and the ends. Okay, so I've got all the peppers cut in half and all the seeds removed and cores removed. So then, don't forget about your rice. It's right here. We're going to add that to the Ninja right now. Okay, pour in the rice in the Ninja, and we're going to mix everything up. So we mix in the rice. Next I'm going to take this and pour it into the bowl that the rice was in, or another bowl. Just needs to be big enough to hold all of that. Okay, so I just scooped it out with a spoon. Worked pretty well. If you have another set of hands, maybe you can lift this out and kind of dump it in there. So it doesn't have to be clean, because you're going to put some tomato sauce in there right now. Okay, so I had about 16 ounces left of that 24-ounce jar, and just want to make sure you get the bottom covered. I mean, if you have more, you can just pour it in there. You at least want to have the bottom covered. Okay, so next we're going to take our pepper, and we're going to fill them Then we're going to set them down in the tomato sauce. Like so. And you'll just do that for the rest of them. You fit as many as you can in the Ninja. Okay, so I have them in there. I'm going to cover them. And we're going to set it to oven for 400 for 30 minutes. Okay, so time is up and they look and smell delicious. So we're gonna take them out, try them, let you know what we think. 1, action! You're so silly. You're so cute. What are you doing?
Okay, we thought the peppers were good. We did decide that you probably should add some seasoning to the meat while it's cooking. We added some afterwards and it made it taste much better. There was just not a lot of flavor. It didn't taste bad, it just didn't have much flavor. So add some seasoning. We melted some mozzarella cheese on top of them, which I thought was good. So yeah, give them a try. If you wanted to cook them in the traditional oven, just follow the same instructions. Because we had 2 left over, the Ninja only held 6. We actually had enough for 8. Traditional oven may be better. If you don't want to make as many, you can just half the recipe, and then you only need 2 whole peppers. That's probably a better option, depending on how many people you want to feed. Give it a try. Give us a thumbs up if you like our videos, and more videos to come. Thanks. Bye.